Browns Roofing, we put our customers first. Our expert project managers are there to answer all your questions and help you out with anything you need. When disaster strikes, either a hailstorm or a leaky roof, you need a contractor in which you can trust.
Hey everybody, good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Could have at least had the cameras up for you guys. There's the cameras. Just take a look at I-20 across Monroe and West Monroe, across Ouachita Parish this morning. Everything seems to be moving smoothly at 7:45. Welcome to your work week. How was your weekend? Hope you had a wonderful one. It was warm yesterday, crazy warm. I mean, we knew it was going to be warm, but it's still weird to see 70s in February like that. And we will see it again today and tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, at least in most spots. But we will bring the rain chances back in this weekend. Today's forecast made possible by ServPro, Monroe, West Monroe, faster to any size disaster. Call or click servpro.com for more. Their local number, 318-345-5121. And they also have other locations across the area, Natchez and Shreveport, to serve you as well. Nothing doing right now, and again, the forecast looks to be generally fairly quiet as we go through the early part of the week. We will introduce some rain chances midweek, and then some thunderstorms this weekend potentially. Gwen, good morning to you, and welcome to your work week. Temperatures across the area, 50s and 60s. Susie, good morning to you as well. 50s for the most part, but some 60s southward, even some 40s northward. Camden's at 43, while the rest of us are good 10 degrees warmer than that. 55 in Monticello, 52 in Greenville, 59 in Monroe, 60 in Alexandria. So again, some spots a little bit warmer than others. Look at the day planner today, made possible by the Monroe Chamber of Commerce and Leaders of Change. Learn more at monroe.org. Our newest local business partner here at the Digital Weather Desk, so happy to have them on board. Mid to upper 50s as you start the morning off, but a lot of us should climb quickly into the 70s this afternoon, probably into the 70s by lunchtime, maybe even the upper end of the 70s by the end of the day. Now, I know a lot of folks are probably wondering, and that'll all be under partly cloudy skies, there will be some opportunities for sunshine more than others through the course of the day. To start the day off, there's quite a bit of cloud cover, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Good morning, Janice. Visibility, for the most part, is okay across the region, but visibility is down to 1 mile in El Dorado, 4 miles in Magnolia, 2 miles in Natchez, and 2 miles in Vicksburg. The rest of us seem to be faring okay. Winds have kind of mixed the atmosphere up a little bit this morning. In fact, winds are right around 10 miles an hour at the Monroe Airport. And as we go through the day, expect those southwesterly winds to continue to stay on the 5 to 10 mile an hour threshold, maybe a smidge higher at times through the afternoon. Infrared satellite does not show much. We do have some increased cloud cover, and the air's pretty saturated. The dew point's pretty close to our actual air temperatures this morning, so if you walk out and see some kind of sweaty pavement across the region, we haven't really seen any rain overnight, maybe some shallow moisture getting trapped in on occasion, but most of this has just been low-level moisture and low-level saturation of the atmosphere. Quite a bit of cloud cover out there as well. You check out the radar made possible by Browns Roofing. Schedule your free roof inspection, brownsroofingla.com. You can kind of see what I'm talking about across central and eastern Mississippi, where you have those light shower returns, some of that shallow moisture getting kind of scoured out in the atmosphere. Maybe ran into that during the overnight hours, but again, didn't really see anything on radar as I was looping things through just to make sure I didn't miss anything. There wasn't much. Becky, good morning to you. Have a wonderful day, and welcome to Monday. Matus, good morning. I love how everybody says good morning to everybody. It says good morning, Jared, and everyone. Because, again, this is a community. We are all watching this and discussing the weather together. I just have the microphone. A check of Futurecast, made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. 2026 is here. It means new models on Polaris, Yamaha, Honda, you name it. They got it. Go see Mike and the gang. I'm supposed to have lunch with him this week. We're supposed to have lunch with him tomorrow, but I'm going to have lunch with him on Thursday. Why do you guys need to know that? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. He's a good dude. Anyway, winds back out of the southwest. Cloud cover will start to thin out as we head through the afternoon, but quickly return through the overnight hours tonight and set the stage for a cold front to approach the area tomorrow. I say approach because it's generally going to stall out across the region. It's a pretty weak front, and it doesn't really drive a lot of significant rain chances. May, Lori, good morning to both of you. So as that boundary moves through the area mid parts of this week, specifically late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, it stalls. It doesn't really have a lot of significant upper level support to help fuel any kind of significant rain chances. We're not really looking at a lot of deep layered moisture, but it does kind of set the stage for the deep layered moisture to stream back in ahead of this weekend storm system. And the upper level components of this system really just kind of run off and leave this boundary behind, and so we're left with with some focal point of lift in the atmosphere and some degree of cloud cover, but the rain chances look to really stay spotty Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and then through the day on Wednesday. Maybe up to 30% at any given time through the nighttime hours Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And that's where most of our rain chances sit for the middle part of the week. And then they kind of fester through the second half of the week, cloudy and kind of just gloomy, gross, until we bring a cold front through the area this weekend, and that sets the stage for a better chance of showers and storms on Saturday. I know that Futurecast advertises it as kind of a Friday front, but that Friday boundary is not the main player. I think the main player will be a late Friday or Saturday, more than likely Saturday storm system. And that'll bring showers and storms back in just in time for Valentine's Day. And I forgot to put the Valentine's Day on the 7-day forecast. I put it on there yesterday. I didn't put it on there this morning. I knew I was forgetting something when I started this stream this morning. I was like, something's missing. Something's going to be off. That was it. I didn't put the Valentine's Day thing on there. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Joy, good morning to you. Check out the upper level pattern, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about when we see this upper level disturbance that moves through the area this weekend. It looks menacing, then just kind of gets absorbed into the upper level pattern. This is what I'm talking about here, is this upper disturbance. So in the atmosphere, it's kind of this weak trough of low pressure. And you can see the indentation that it kind of creates in the mid-levels. Up levels, excuse me. This is 300 millibars, so we're talking 30,000 feet up, where the airplanes fly. But again, pretty weak upper disturbance as it moves through. Then ridging of high pressure aloft continues to keep us quiet through the second half of the week. Again, that's what's happening in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but in the mid levels and the low levels, there's a little bit of kind of trapped moisture, a weak surface boundary. So we can't completely rule out the rain chances for the second half of the week, but they stay low. Not a lot of upper level support there. Then we get into this weekend, and by late Saturday, Sunday, we bring this next upper level disturbance in. And it does try to take on what's called a negative tilt. A negative tilt, if this trough, it's basically straight up and down, straight north to south. So it's kind of neutrally tilted. But sometimes troughs become negatively tilted, which means that the stronger winds aloft are rolling along the base of a disturbance. Usually a negatively tilted trough is a pretty strong storm system. Usually has very strong winds aloft, and it's a pretty dynamic storm system. Sometimes those troughs become negatively tilted past our area and become more of a menacing nuisance to our areas to the east. Sometimes they become negatively tilted to our west and create problems for us. The other thing is, this is just one computer model's take on things, and the upper level evolution of this storm system has been very, very inconsistent. Meaning that sometimes it's positioned north, sometimes it's positioned south, sometimes it's tilted one way, sometimes it's tilted another way. So I really don't want to get too bent out of shape about what it looks like in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Again, that's still on the other end of this week. So a lot can change between now and then. Deep trough of low pressure sets up over the Pacific Northwest by the early parts of next week, and it really starts to kind of fire us off on what should be a more active pattern to end the month of February. Again, the storm system this weekend would be just in time for Valentine's Day, so again, middle part of the month, and then we start phasing toward the second half of the month, and it just looks to be more active. And I know a lot of folks in late February go, what do you mean by that? I mean, it really looks to be stormy. Looks to be rainy and stormy. Does not look to be winter weathery. Whatever word you're looking for there. If you're looking for snow, I don't see it in the forecast. Not anytime soon, at least. And we're running out of time. Yeah, that's the other thing that everybody's like, well, we got to get it in February. It's not out of the realm of possibilities for us to see some kind of weird winter weather episode in the first few days of March. But again, you're fighting against the laws of averages. Rainfall forecast over the next 7 days does paint some 1.5 to 2 inch rain totals over the next week. Most of that rainfall is really focused in that weekend storm system. So I don't want folks to think that we're going to get 2 inches of rain tomorrow. This is over the next 7 days, stretched out over a good bit of time. Mary, good morning to you. Daytime highs today, mid to upper 70s, mix of sun and clouds. More clouds this morning, more sunshine this afternoon. Winds will be out of the south and southwest. Mid to upper 50s tonight. Clouds continue. Rain chances around 10%. Could see a stray shower sneak in overnight. Winds will be out of the south. 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware. It does not have the Valentine's Day thing on there. I'm disappointed in myself, folks. I always try to remember those holiday icons so I can put them on there for you. But daytime highs stay in the 70s through the rest of this week. Morning lows upper 50s to near 60. Rain chances start to sneak back in. Betty, Claudia, good morning to you. But you see the rain chances really return in earnest by Friday and Saturday. Could see some thunderstorms, could even see a severe weather threat, although I don't really have it explicitly mentioned there right now because I don't think it's that certain. I'm not certain of anything, which severe weather threats are never really a certainty, but the confidence in any kind of severe weather threat is fairly low at this point. So we'll just kind of keep it rolling with what we got. David says, good morning. What's up with some of these people saying we will have another bad winter storm in the next couple of weeks? Some people like to stay relevant. Let me tell you how easy it is. It is very easy to sit here and scare folks about winter storms because there's always some computer model throwing out some kind of scary winter storm. That's the easy part. The hard part is to take all the emotion out of it and build a forecast based in science and data and fact. Is somebody going to see a winter storm? Probably. Probably not going to be here, though. Again, I just kind of, and I know you probably just joined in late. That's okay. But, I mean, we just went through the next 7 to 10 days, and we're going to be trending above average. This is the next 7 days. 70s, 60s. Lows nowhere even close to the freezing mark. So you're going to need some kind of big surge of Arctic air to become well entrenched in our area to generate winter weather. And that does not appear to happen in the next 10 to 14 days. 10 to 14 days would put us toward the end of February. So you can kind of start looking at the calendar and you go, unless there's some kind of big pattern change that's going to happen right at the end of February into early March that brings that kind of scenario back onto the table for us, I don't see it. But saying stuff like that doesn't get clicks. It doesn't get shares. It doesn't get interactions. It doesn't get all of that stuff that all of those gloom and doom winter weather folks want. None of what I just told you none of that sounds, for lack of a better term, sexy. None of that is, ooh. If I just tell you how you don't have to worry about it, then nobody pays attention to that. Beverly says, could happen. We still have the rest of February and March. Yes, it could. But I'm showing you the middle part of February right now. And it's 60s and 70s. Not even close. We're not even close. That's what I want to stress to folks. This isn't like we're at 32 and we just need some moisture. We're not even close. So now you gotta get close in the last week of February. And again, as the calendar flips to March, Mother Nature doesn't go, well, okay, it's March. But it gets increasingly unlikely rapidly as you go through the month of March. So again, for folks that are looking at for winter weather, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying the next 10 to 14 days, it is extremely unlikely. And it ain't going to happen in the next 7. Period. Full stop. And again, anybody that's trying to tell you that just wants to stay relevant because they got all the clicks and they made a bunch of money on whatever social media platform they're on, and they want to keep doing that. It's unethical. It's not right. Reminder, the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. It's a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi. It is made possible 100% free to you. No bull, no fluff, no drama, because of the local businesses that you see there on your screen. You play your role by liking, commenting, and sharing on the content that you see fit to share. Support our local business partners when you can. If you can, follow us on your favorite social media platforms. again, it just I don't want folks to be misled, because then we all get roped in with all the drama folks, and people come back to me and go, well, y'all said. No, y'all didn't say nothing. Me is not y'all. I am not y'all. I am not them. Me is me. And I'll tell you everything that I did say at any point. Hey, and the sun's out. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app. I will too long getting reads out at 9:30. I'll join you midday for a stream. Normal content schedule today. Nothing crazy and out of the ordinary. My daughter's banging on the office door. That means it's time to go to school and go get a coffee. So I will split, and I will see you guys at midday. Thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. Thanks so much for making this part of your day and being part of this community. I'm so glad you're here. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Century Next Bank is proud to sponsor Digital Weather Desk with local meteorologist Jared Floyd.
The Digital Weather Desk is your local source for the latest weather information to help keep you and your family safe and to plan your week. You can follow us on our social media platforms, download our app, and you can also find us at digitalweatherdesk.com. The Digital Weather Desk,
Powered by Century Next Bank.